In the heart of East Africa, a chilling pattern is emerging. Kenyan activists, journalists, and dissenters are vanishing in Tanzania, abducted, tortured, and dumped at borders. From Boniface Mwangi to Mwabili Mwagodi, these cases have sparked outrage across Kenya and beyond. But as cries for justice grow louder, one question looms. Why is President William Ruto's government staying silent? Are they complicit in this cross-border crackdown? This is a story of a crisis that is shaking the region.
We have now been told that they do not have jurisdictional authority to take statements from the family. And we do not understand why they would refuse to take statements from the family of a Kenyan citizen, and yet they've recorded him missing as a missing person.
To understand this crisis, we need to go back to 2024, when Kenya erupted in protests led by its bold Gen Z youth. They took to the streets against the controversial Finance Bill 2024, demanding accountability from President William Ruto's government. Activists like Boniface Mwangi, a renowned photojournalist and human rights defender, and Mwabili Mwagodi, a vocal critic of political interference in churches, became leading voices in this movement. Their activism didn't just challenge the Kenyan government, it caught the attention of neighboring Tanzania, where dissent is also heavily suppressed.
Tanzanian authorities, what they are doing is against the Tanzanian constitution, it's against the East African Community Protocol, it's against international human rights law.
They're just asking the Tanzanian government and the Kenya government, where are your voices in this? And why, how can somebody be held all this time, and no action, no reaction, even just to say we're investigating.
Mwagodi, known as TL Elder on X, was especially outspoken, mobilizing youth and calling out President Ruto's church fundraising sprees. But their courage came at a cost. Both Mwangi and Mwagodi would soon face horrors that no one could have anticipated.
Walikutana na gari lililowazuia na wakampatia hela zake, wakamwambia nenda na usitazame nyuma, na hapo ndio mwisho Mwabili alionekana. So wasiwasi wetu ni kwa nikina nani hawa ambao walimchukua kati ya Cheka na Kigamboni.
Ameonekana hayuko stable mentally, amekuwa tortured na Tanzania wale waliomadakt, na vile vile wale wa Tanzania waliomadakt walimleta Kenya waka hand over kwa Kenya. Kwa hivyo huyu defender ambaye ni Mwabili amepata shida sana kwa mikono ya Kenyan government. Akaibiwa simu yake, akaibiwa laptop yake, akaibiwa na pesa.
In May 2025, Boniface Mwangi and Ugandan activist Agatha Atuhaire traveled to Dar es Salaam to observe the treason trial of Tanzanian opposition leader Tundu Lissu. It was a routine act of solidarity, but it turned into a nightmare. On May 19th, Tanzanian authorities stormed their hotel, arrested them, and took them to an unknown location. 4 days they were held incommunicado, subjected to unimaginable cruelty.
Some guy came who said he was from the state office or state security, and he started beating me up. I was being beaten at the presence of my lawyers and Agatha. He started calling me saying that I'm an inmate, I'm coming to destroy their country, and I'm a problem, they're going to teach me a lesson. And then he said that we're under arrest. So we were moved from immigration's office, me and Agatha, to Central Police Station.
Mwangi and Atuhaire later revealed they were stripped naked, beaten, and sexually assaulted. Mwangi described being hung upside down, his feet beaten, and enduring sexual torture while his captors forced him to chant praises to Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu Hassan. Atuhaire recounted being ordered to undress and beaten while handcuffed. They were eventually dumped at border points, Mwangi at Horohoro, Kenya, and Atuhaire at the Uganda-Tanzania border, barely able to walk.
When we got there, they told me to get off the car, came out. We were put in an upside position where my legs were up like this, my body's up, I'm stuck naked. And then they started beating my feet. So they beat me and massaged my feet. Beat me and massaged my feet. I was screaming so hard, I couldn't even, there was no tears coming out because of how painful it was.
Their press conference in Nairobi on June 2nd, 2025 sent shockwaves across East Africa. They vowed to sue the Tanzanian government, demanding accountability for what they called a, quote, chilling case of political repression and cross-border impunity, end of quote. Just weeks later, on July 23, 2025, another Kenyan activist, Mwabili Mwagodi, disappeared in Dar es Salaam.
Justice for Mwabili. Justice for Mwabili. Justice for Mwabili.
Mwabili has been admitted here at Pandya Hospital. He was admitted this morning. He's currently undergoing medical treatment. That's why he's not here with us, both mental and physical. He has physical injuries, which we have seen ourselves, and he himself has said that he is not in the best mental health status. So the doctors are working on those two. As human rights defenders, we are very perturbed by what is happening. What has happened to Mwabili, of course, we've seen it before, and we are asking the Tanzanian government to please respect your constitution.
Mwagodi, who worked at a hotel in Tanzania, had been receiving threats for his criticism of Ruto's government and his, quote, Occupy the Church campaign. His family reported that men claiming to be from Kenya's Directorate of Criminal Investigations had warned him to cool off his activism. On July 27th, Mwagodi was found alive, dumped near Diani, Kenya, after being handed over to Kenyan authorities at the Lunga Lunga border.
There is a gap somewhere. Try to identify that gap and fill it. It is so stressful when you are sitting in the house and every day you're thinking your child will be abducted. And it has come to pass.
We're just asking for the security apparatus, the governance systems of this country to use the right systems of justice. That is our stand.
He was traumatized, claiming he was tortured, blindfolded, and injected by an unknown substance by Tanzanian security officers. His laptop, phones, and work permit were confiscated. Human rights groups, including Amnesty International, condemned the incident as part of a broader pattern of abductions targeting activists across East Africa. The abductions of Mwangi, Outcry, and Mwagodi have fueled outrage, with activists and journalists accusing President Ruto's government of inaction, or worse, complicity. Despite Kenya's formal protest over Mwangi and Outcry's detention, no official condemnation of the torture has come from Ruto's administration. Kenya's Ministry of Foreign Affairs remained silent during Mwagodi's ordeal, prompting suspicions of collaboration with Tanzanian authorities.
Sure. Justice has to be served.
Na tunataka serikali ya Kenya haraka iwezekanavyo ifunge ubalozi wa Tanzania hapa nchini Kenya.
Human rights defender Francis Auma stated, quote, Protesters like Boniface, Mwangi, and Mwabili Mwagodi are being targeted, with the Kenyan and Tanzanian governments allegedly working together, end of quote. The lack of robust diplomatic response has left many Kenyans feeling betrayed, with hashtags like Free Mwabili Mwagodi trending online. The international community has taken notice. Amnesty International and Commonwealth Lawyers Association have called for urgent investigations into these abductions, describing them as a part of, quote, a pattern of politically motivated repression in East Africa, end of quote. The UN Human Rights Council has also urged Tanzania to investigate, though President Samia Suluhu Hassan has dismissed the allegations as, quote, highly doubtful, end of quote.
Kwamba nchi watu kutoka kwengine wanataka kuja kuvuruga huku ndani. Sasa hii kazi ya kulinda hilo sio yangu peke yangu, wala sio vyombo vya ulinzi na usalama peke yao, ni sote.
With Tanzania's election looming in October 2025, critics say President Samia's government is cracking down on dissent, both domestically and across borders, to silent voices like Tundu Lissu and those who support him. The abductions of Boniface, Mwangi, Mwabili, Mwagodi, and others are a stark reminder of the dangers faced by activists in East Africa as the region demands justice. The silence of Kenya's government raises troubling questions. Will President Ruto act to protect his citizens, or will this crisis deepen the divide? Share your thoughts in the comment section. For Maisha TV, I'm William Juma.